evening. It is after 6. I'm not sure how much, but got off work and I am getting ready for a camp trip. So I'm working on some dinner prep because, like, you know, if you watch my videos, I don't like to cook at camp. I'm gonna have to change that mindset because I don't like how much time it takes the weekend before going camping. So I'm trying to change my mindset, but I've got some ribs cooked that I did the other day. I'm working on potato salad right now. I've got breakfast ready, just yogurt and fruit like I usually have. So this is my last step for meal is potato salad. So I'm leaving in the morning, and we're just going not too far from home, place I like to go just to relax. In March I went to Valley of Fire. In April I went to Goblin Valley. The end of April I had surgery, so I didn't go on a trip in May. So this is trip for June, and I'm gonna go somewhere that I have been before, that I like, and just relax. The kayak's all ready to go. So if you have any suggestions for easy meals at camp, I would love that. But I'm getting everything packed up so I can leave. I don't usually leave real early in the morning. I have to go to my ex's house and pick up some things that I don't have room for here at my condo. My condo is pretty small, under 1,000 square feet. So he's got some things at his house. And then I will come back here and pack up the last few things, put my food in the fridge, and head out. So I will see you in the morning. Hello. All right, so it's the next morning. I got everything ready at my house as far as I could. Then I went over to my ex's house and got all the camping equipment from his house. And when I went to leave his house, the Jeep wouldn't start. Now, I've had this problem a little bit when I've been at camp, and I just thought it was because when you're constantly opening and closing the doors, when you're either setting up camp or you're tearing down camp, it drains the battery, and I've had to jump it a couple times. Sorry, I'm so sweaty. So I had to go get a battery. Went to a couple places, and it was installed. Then I came home, talked to my new neighbor for a little bit, and then I finished packing the Jeep. It is so hot. Right now the Jeep says it's 88, and I am just sweating like crazy. Haven't had anything to eat yet today, and it is 12:38. So I'm gonna go grab something to eat, and then we're gonna head out on the road, and it's gonna be at least an hour and a half, if not a little bit more, till we get to camp. But I'll show you where we're going. So let's go. All right, I have had something to eat, and now we're ready to head out on the road. So when I told you the temperature was 88, that was with the Jeep sitting. Once I started it and started moving, it now says it's 97, so no wonder I was sweating like crazy. But it's nice and cool in the Jeep. Jeeps have amazing air conditioning and amazing heaters. So let's go. Hit the road. So we made it to camp. The first camp that I almost always stay at when I come in this area was taken. I was so surprised. There was a big trailer in there. So I came up a little further, a little higher, and found this camp. Let me show you. So right up there is the road that I came in on. And I went down that road to the end. There is a campsite there, but I didn't think it was as nice as this one. Lots of views. I've already set up the solar panels, although now it's cloudy. The Jeep is sitting right there. That's a pretty level spot. I've got the hood open to cool it off so we don't get any critters that want to live in there. And it's just beautiful here. Look at all the pretty flowers. So I'm starting to set up camp. I think I'll set up my hammock right about here. Let's walk down to the edge over there so we can get a better view. So very pretty. Very pretty. Lots of flowers. Not as many trees as at the other campsite, but it will do for the night. So let's set up camp, set up the hammock. I think I might set up the hammock first and then relax for a little bit before I set up my bed. So I got new straps for my hammock that are a lot easier to put up than to have to wrap it around the tree 2 or 3 times. So it's amazing. Let me get my underquilt. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna get my table and my drink. Maybe. So the sun's been coming in and out of the clouds. So I set up this tarp over the hammock to shade me from the sun because the sun is a little hot. So let's go in there and see what it's like. So here's the hammock. Over there's my table. I'll have to, well, it might still be okay over there. So let's get in and see what we think. Oh, it's heavenly in here. I mean, I can't really see the view, but I still get a breeze. And it feels so good. The sun's not out right now, but it probably will come back. So I can show you my view. There isn't much of one. That's what I see. If I look out the side, I can see that when the tarp blows up a little bit, but I'm just going to lay here and relax for a little bit. Oh. Good evening. It is just about 7 o'clock. I was in the hammock until about 6:30, and I made my bed. I'll show you that in a second, but you've seen it a few times if you've been watching my channel. I also took down the tarp that I had over the hammock because the wind is blowing, as you can see, and I just had to put it away. So now I'm going to get dinner out. I told you last night before I left that I made ribs and potato salad, and that is what is for dinner. So let's get that out. Some people don't like to have the same thing over and over again for a few days. I don't mind, especially when it's something yummy like this. I love potato salad. I got different ribs this time than I did last time. Last time I did where you get bone-on ribs and they're all together, and I cooked them and then cut them apart. These are, oh, what are they called? I can't remember. They're bigger ribs with a lot more meat on them. So just gonna have one. All right, there's dinner. I'm gonna sit down and enjoy it and enjoy this beautiful view. You can hear the aspen leaves and the breeze and the birds. Oh, it's just awesome. I love it. All right, time for dinner. I told you I would show you my bed. So here it is. Pretty much the same as it always is. A little bit different this time, but I have an air mattress, and then I have a 4-inch foam mattress, and then I have a lightweight. I didn't bring the heavy sleeping bag because it's just so wide, and this isn't very wide. A regular sleeping bag, and then I have a fleece blanket, And my pillows are up there. I haven't put them on the bed yet, but looks comfy. So it is after 8:30. I sat outside. I just barely got in the Jeep, so I sat outside for quite a while reading after I had dinner. Put away the solar panels after the Jackery got back up to 100%. And now I'm in the Jeep. Gonna get my pajamas on in a minute and relax, maybe watch a show on my laptop and go to sleep. So I will see you in the morning. It was a nice, a kind of a crazy morning, and then driving here, but once I got here, it was relaxing. So I'm glad to be out in the woods and hope you're enjoying the trip. So I will see you in the morning. Good night. Good morning. It's a bright, sunny, beautiful morning. Step away from the Jeep and show you. And I want to walk over there and see what's on the other side of the road. I didn't even notice if there was a campsite over there. So let's walk over there and look. Because I noticed this big grove of aspen trees. More trees than is down around the Jeep. But yeah, it doesn't look like there's a campsite over here. Looks like somebody has pulled through right here. Yep, no fire ring, no campsite. Just beautiful trees, beautiful flowers. You can hear the birds. It's just so relaxing out here. I hope you can feel that too. So it's almost 8 o'clock. I've been up since 7. I've only been out of the Jeep for, I don't know, 20 minutes maybe. It was a kind of a warm night, but I slept all right. I wouldn't say great, but all right. So I'm just gonna relax for a little bit. I'm not really ready for breakfast yet. So just gonna relax in this beautiful setting. And then we'll see what we're gonna do. All right, well, it's about 11:30. I've been packing up camp slowly, taking breaks, relaxing, but it's getting really warm. So I'm done packing up and we're gonna head out and head to our next camp spot. Hope it's available. So I've been driving for about an hour, not quite an hour and a half, but almost. And as you saw, the two campsites up at the top are taken. There's trailers in there. I think I stayed at this one last year. And there's one lower that's available. Maybe we'll go look at just to see what the difference is. When I was here last year, there was people down there. So let's look around. It's a beautiful campsite. Quite a bit of space. Fire ring right here. I think we had a fire last year in that. I think I might have put the hammock over there last time. Not sure where I'd want to put the Jeep. It would be nice to have it in the shade. Only shade right now is over there under those pine trees. There's a little bit right there. Let's keep looking. So this looks like a pretty big campsite. Here's a nice place to park, but there's really no shade. And then it's really big out there. It's a giant fire pit. So I think I might want to keep looking. I might backtrack just a little bit. There was a couple roads that I might want to go check out. This looks like people come here hunting. It's got a place to hang up your deer or whatever you catch. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go look a little more. So let's go back to the Jeep. So I backtracked to those two sites that I was talking about, and they weren't really anything. So I started going south again and haven't really found anything. We're out of where the quaking aspens are, and I really love those trees, but I'm also getting tired of driving. So I'm 2 campgrounds at Joe's Valley. And this one's not bad. Let me show you around. So over there's the road I came in on. And of course there's the Jeep, really dirty because it's like dusty, sandy dirt everywhere. Here's the fire ring. It's nice because it's shady. I could put the hammock right over there. I'm not sure what those trees are. Maybe juniper? I mean, the road is just right over there. But this isn't bad. So the choices are either stay here or keep driving to the site that I was planning on staying tomorrow night. So let me just sit here for a few minutes and think about it. So camp is mostly set up. I haven't got my chair out yet, but the Jeep is right there, mostly in the shade. And over here I've got the hammock set up. So I'm gonna relax in here for a bit before I get my chair out. It's almost 2:30. And I left camp this morning about 11:30. So it's taken a while to find this and to set up, but now we're good. Like I said, this is just very fine dirt. Look at my trash on the back of the Jeep. That is so dirty. I'm just gonna get filthy touching that. The back of the Jeep is also filthy, and it does come in. So you can see how dirty everything is. But what can we do? Gonna have to clean it when we get home. My trekking poles keep falling down. Haven't figured out a good way to store them yet. If you got any ideas, let me know in the comments. Oh, this is lovely. Nice breeze. There is sun, partly sun, so I'm gonna have to wear a hat in here, but that's lovely. Let me show you my view. This is my view from the hammock. Beautiful trees. Well, I stayed in the hammock for quite a while. I think I might have fallen asleep and woke up when the sun had moved and I was getting hot and sweaty. So I've now set up my chair, and this is the view from my chair. Hello, it's about 8:45, and I'm not used to staying in campgrounds. This is a free campground, but you can hear other people. There's children screaming periodically. But it's getting chilly. I've had to put on my flannel shirt, and it's getting to the point where I'm about ready to get in the Jeep for the night. So I think I'm going to do that in a few minutes. Get in the Jeep, put on my pajamas, and get comfy for the night. So I will see you in the morning. It's been a great day. Thanks for coming along.